Hello.
Good morning.
So the big freeze has ended for now.
Did you freeze, did it? Is that what they call it?
And we're finally catching up with our videos.
No, never. There's always more. More.
So this week's one is about life on the boat in the big freeze.
Water pumps.
Yes, lots of problems with water.
Frozen water.
And a nice day out we had in Wales.
That hasn't got anything to do with water. Oh yes, it has.
It
has. It's got a waterfall.
It has got a waterfall with frozen bits, which was really pretty.
That's if you include it. So
yeah.
It's Frozen Water Week this week.
And the seals.
That wasn't frozen.
So there's lots to see in this week's video. Hope you enjoy it.
Push the button, ring the bell. It's free to you and us. You and us. And
we'll see you at the end.
See you later.
Floating shop on the move. We have just started setting up to trade today. Where better spots come up a bit further down the other end of this line of boats. So Paul's just moving the boat down, reversing it down. So here comes Electra. So it's a fully electric boat. He does have solar to charge his batteries. Obviously during the winter months he needs to use a generator as well. So if you look up Pink Hat Man on YouTube, we will put his link below. You can find out all about Electra, the electric narrowboat. Nearly there, in the bottom lock now. And then Pink Hat Man can get on his way and I can go back and help Paul set up for trading. So there we are then, good deed for the day done. Chris, the Pink Hat Man, is on his way now down to Ellesmere Port. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Walking back up the incline next to the locks to go back and get ourselves set up for trading. It is forecast to rain today, but we'll set up and see how we go. We've been beaten by the weather today, having to pack up early. But the forecast is for it to be dry again tomorrow on Sunday, so hopefully we'll have another day for trading tomorrow. After our nice festive walk around Chester this afternoon, we've come back and our water pump seems to have stopped working. So we've had to empty all our stuff out from under the bed. And Paul's just seeing if we can work out what it is. So Paul's back.
Work.
Wallet's a bit lighter yet again. New water pump. We'll have some lunch and then fit it and hopefully have some running water again so we can get rid of all this washing up. This is the realities of living on a narrowboat with confined spaces. Every spare inch we have is used as storage, and then when something goes wrong we have to pull everything out, dump it further down the boat, because our main storage area is under our bed. And that's where the water pump is. And Paul's having to get into small spaces to put the new water pump in.
So this is the time of truth of telling. Yeah. There's the water, you might just have seen it go back in. Let's see the water vibrating in it.
And finally catch up on all the washing up. All is resolved.
So we were asked if we had an isolation valve on our water tank. So made the changing of the pump an awful lot more easier.
There we go, Christmas tree is done, boat is looking Christmassy. We ran out of water 2 days ago, planning on going and getting some more water today, and the canal is frozen. It's not a very thick sheet of ice, so we will be okay to move, go down and fill our water tank up before all the water pipes freeze as well. The trusty phone thermometer says about between -2 and -4 at the moment.
Still ice up there?
Yeah, it's very slippery on the back deck, so got to be very careful on the back deck.
Yeah, running spikes for the back deck.
So Paul's just going to turn the boat round and I'm going to walk down to the locks and get them set so that we can get filled up with water before the pipes freeze completely. And then that will do us for 2 weeks. Yeah, the water will do us for 2 weeks then, so hopefully then this cold snap will be past and we're going to fill up easily again next time. It's obviously not ideal moving in ice. It is only a thin layer though, so shouldn't do any damage to the boat today. So in order to fill our water up, we need to go down through the north gate staircase of locks, fill it up, and then come back up again ready for trading tomorrow. So I'm just carefully walking on the towpath in the ice to set the locks, and Paul's just turning the boat round and then going to bring it down. We have had quite a lot of problems whilst we've been moored in the city centre. People jumping on the boat, knocking on the boat. And then last night we were woken up at 2 o'clock this morning with someone trying to get into one of our boxes on the top that we store a lot of our craft items in. So there isn't anything of value in there and they didn't take anything. But we've been moored where we are because it is a good spot for trading. But I am looking forward to Sunday evening, finishing trading up there. And we're going to move down to the basin for the final week and weekend of trading down there next weekend. Such a shame because it's such a beautiful city. But it's really not a good mooring spot for any length of time. You can see the ice that's formed where the lock was full, just sat on top of the lock gate there. It's more slushy than anything in the lock itself. Just emptying some through because the middle lock was completely empty. So just going to top it up a little bit and then we can get going once Paul gets here. The good thing about this cold weather today is hopefully we'll go down, fill up with water, come back up and we should be able to get back on the same mooring spot. There's not going to be many people wanting to move at -3. It's just a small patch of water that's iced over down here, but it's quite slushy and soft. We're just heading to the end of the line of the boats there on the left, just this side of that white bridge to the water tap, and then we can fill it up, turn round and head back again. It's just taken 37 minutes to come down through the locks, so it doesn't take too long, and then we can go more back up the top and carry on with the rest of the day. The colours are lovely on a cold day like this. There we go, water tank's now full, heading back up through the locks. Wasn't as straightforward as it could have been though, because once we filled the water tank up, we still had no water. So Paul went back under the bed again, pulled everything out to check the new water pump. It turned out to be a simple fix, thankfully, with a wire that's come off behind the control panel. So we now have fully working water again and can head back up to our mooring for the weekend. Final lock has actually warmed up a bit now as the sun's come out. Some of the frost's gone, just still frosty in the shaded areas. These beautiful snowy scenes mean no trading for us today, but we'll use the day to get some stock made up and a nice smuggly day on the boat with the fire roaring. Made the most of the day yesterday not trading, made up some more items for selling. Here's one of the bauble decorations I made up. It is still a bit icy on the towpath, but we have decided to brave it and set up for trading today. It is very quiet at the moment, but we'll see what the day brings. Got everything out. Got all the bottles with the lights in, the Christmas decorations, cleaning products. We'll see what the day brings. It's been another relatively quiet day trading today, not surprising really considering the ice and the temperatures. So we've packed up and Paul's just going to turn the boat round and we're going to head down to the basin, more there for the week and trade there next weekend. As you can see, the lock has got some slushy ice on top of it. but that's not too problematic. The canal is clear. I'm just going to have to be really careful opening and closing the lock gates because it is very icy up here. I wish Paul had told me if you wanted a new headboard you could have just gone and got one. It's quite funny the debris you pick up along the way. The thing I love about the top of Northgate locks is being able to see the tops of the Welsh mountains. We're just going to make it down to the basin in the daylight, which is good. We've managed to get the last mooring spot down here for now, just in front of Telford's warehouse. And then during the week, we know a couple of the boats over that side are going to move. So then we're going to move over there, ready for trading next weekend. Before we turn the engine off from having moved down through the locks, we're just having a treat with our velvetizer and some nice hot chocolate. So I think we're on about day 5 of this big freeze, and the ice is definitely increasing each day. Yesterday we had the swans in here come to say good morning. This morning this piece is completely frozen in between us and the boat next to us. It is a big basin that we're in, but the ice patches are getting bigger. But the fuel boat is due down tomorrow and he is still coming down, so hopefully he'll break it all up a bit, because it is now frozen from where we're moored down the canal towards Ellesmere Port, and we were hoping to head down that way for Christmas. We may have to change our plans and stay here and see what the next few days brings. On this lovely, crisp, clear winter's day, we've come to the Little Orme, just outside Llandudno, to see if we can spot some seals. We'll let you know if we see any. We haven't found a point where we can see over the edge down into any bays yet to see if there are any seals, but there are spectacular views from up here. We think the seals are probably down there in that cove where there's the people in the middle of the picture. We just need to work out how to get down there. At the Welsh coast, it's just absolutely beautiful. Mission accomplished. Got a cove here, absolutely full of seals. The pups are quite big. The other good place to go to see seals is Donanick over on the Lincolnshire coast, opposite coast to what we're on now.
That one's waving.
I don't know if you can hear them above the sound of the sea on the film, but on the wind you can actually hear them calling for each other as well. There's one just on the edge of the sea there. Amazing. I love coming to see seals. To Betsy Coed to get some lunch.
One of our favourite places.
Waterfall here just outside Betsy Coed, which has got icicles down both sides of it at the moment, making it really stunning. One of my favourite places in the world, the Snowdonia mountain range. ice on the basin to get into the water tap, but the tap was defrosted and working. And now we're just heading back across the basin again, back to our mooring, because there's still too much ice under the water to be able to move. I've just run a mile and a half down the canal towards Ellesmere Port, and it is still quite frozen down that way. We've got freezing rain at the moment. I don't think there's going to be any let up anytime soon.
So there you go.
In freezing conditions and sub-zero temperatures, make sure you've got your water tank full so that you don't get stuck with no water. And if the canal's frozen, you can't get to fill your water up, or the pipes are frozen preventing you from filling it up.
You know why I was chunnering away, don't you? Because I was thinking about next week's.
And if your boat's going to be uninhabited in really cold conditions, then make sure you've drained the system down.
There you go.
So you don't end up with burst pipes and problems to sort out after that.
Yay, something for me to do on another video.
We're on Bidston Hill now, which is a settlement that was recorded in the Doomsday Book.
Another one. She's doing well at finding these Doomsday Book thingies, isn't she?
You can see the windmill behind us, so we're going to get a shot in front of it and do a bit of video for a future vlog in a minute. And there's also a lighthouse up here somewhere as well, even though we're in the middle of land. Have a good week. Have a lovely Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I got that hint.
He's very keen today. And next week's video, we're going to do a roundup of the bits we haven't covered yet from 2022.
You mean there is some?
There is some, yeah.
Okay.
Still a few bits
Merry
left
Christmas.
that we haven't covered.
Push the button, ring the bell, watch the sleigh ride go round and round and round. It's free to you and me.
Have a lovely Christmas.
See you later.
Bye.
Enjoy.